Greetings and salutations, folks. My name's Nick, and welcome to Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Now, over the past, year or so, I haven't looked it up. I've been playing through all of From Software's games, starting from Demon's Souls. I still have to play a lot of their stuff before Demon's Souls, but they've got a lot of it. But I suppose I should probably limit down. I've been playing all of the Souls-type games that From Software has made, from Demon's Souls forward. I've played Demon's Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, and then Dark Souls 3 on this channel. And if there's any theme between all of those playthroughs, is that I played all of those games when they were new. And I had a vague memory of them, but I'd already played them before. I've never played through Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I have started the game, as you can see. We have a continue and load game there. Bright as day, dark as night. But I don't think I've actually even confronted the first major boss in the game. I don't even think I've gotten that far. I have unlocked 0 achievements in this game, which... Oh no, sorry. I've unlocked 2 achievements in this game. So that says how little I know. And before I begin, I'm going to mention what I know about this game. You play as a ninja. You have a trick left arm instead of a trick weapon like Bloodborne. You can die twice, as the title suggests. You fight an ape who you cut their head off, but they still keep going somehow. And that's kind of oh yeah, and it's more focused on parrying and stagger. That's about it. I don't even know how you level up your character. Or I'm pretty sure you can rework your arm, but we'll figure that out. For now, though, let us begin the game and see what's going on, because I believe there's more of a focused story in this game than there was in the previous games. You're actually playing a specific character, dealing with specific characters, dealing with a plot. Which is kind of interesting, because it's like From Software has made all these other games outside of Activision.
In the closing years of the Sengoku era, Japan was consumed by perpetual conflict. The fires of war raged on, spreading deep into the mountains, to the land of Ashina.
Yeah, you were running in the wrong direction.
Is the war finally over?
Spoiler, the answer was no. But yeah, this is the one that's got the bigger storyline, but also, from what I hear, this is also probably their hardest game. Based on the idea that you have to really kind of play it in a very specific manner. How is he gonna fight without his neck juices?
General Tamura is no more!
Oh, the war is over. That was nice.
Swordsman Ishin Ashina staged a bloody coup and wrested control of the land.
That is a particularly bloody coup.
What's the matter, Stray? Nothing left to lose? Well, would you look at that? Fascinating. Will you join me, starving wolf?
On that day, a young cub was taken from the battlefield. He trained relentlessly, and indeed, went on to become a master shinobi.
Listen, Wolf. You must never forget the shinobi code. As your father, my word is absolute. Your master's is a close second. As of today, he is your master. Defend him with your life. If he is taken, bring him back at any cost. You understand me, don't you, Wolf?
So, you play as Wolf. You are on the losing side of the coup, I presume.
Some 20 years after Ishin's coup, the Ashina clan was on the brink of collapse. And the shinobi, known as Wolf, had lost everything. Both the man who took him in and the boy he had sworn to protect.
Shinobi, open your eyes. For the sake of your master.
Feels like a nice little callback to Demon Soul. No, not Demon Souls. Dark Souls, where you have your character who starts off within a prison cell receiving a key, except now your key is more of a figurative call to action. Also, I'm very unhealthy for some reason. A letter thrown into a well. Kuro's Wolf. Your destiny awaits you at the Moonview Tower. Escape from the well and find the tower bathed in moonlight. Even without a blade, you can reach it. Stay silent. Stay vigilant. Because the Ashina clan... I apologize. If there was a test on all of the names that were just spoken to me, I would not pass the test. Unless it was multiple choice. If it was but if it was like multiple choice and like you had to choose between the Ashina clan versus the Ashiana clan, I would be looking at those two choices and just being like, that's too close. What do we need to do? We need to adjust brightness so I can see slightly better. Now, something else to note is that I did play through the tutorial, and I have both gotten lost in the tutorial and died. Ashina, there we go. And died in the tutorial, so I don't know if that necessarily bodes well to this experience, but we're going to try our best. Also, it's interesting to see all these other like gameplay mechanics that were never really part of the Souls experience make their way into Sekiro. Stealth. Advance without being seen by crouching in bushes or moving under floors. You do not have a sword at the moment. Use stealth to avoid enemies and head to the Moon View Tower. If you are about to be seen, warning markers appear above enemies' heads.
That shinobi at the bottom of the well. We didn't shackle him, restrain him, nothing. That doesn't worry anybody?
Not at all. Not only is he unarmed, he has completely lost his will to live. Nothing but a coward. Unworthy of our concern.
Right, thanks. Well, I'll take my wins where I can get them.
The moonlight shines strongly on the Moonview Tower tonight. The Divine Heir is probably using the light for his reading again.
Probably, but imprisoning a mere child. I feel sorry for the boy.
Agreed. But I'm sure Lord Genichiro has his reasons.
So I was accidentally spotted by one of those two guards at the beginning, and that's how I died. Good times. Good times. But yeah, having all this ledge hanging, ledge shimming, but also, like, this game does a lot in regards to giving your character more movement options. Leaning away from defensive options. Based on what I can do. Hello. Don't mind me.
You did well to come here. It's been too long, Wolf.
I've come to free you, my lord.
Well then. Raise your head. Kusabimaru, your sword.
Is that my name or the name of the sword?
My shinobi.
Because everybody calls me Wolf.
In accordance with the bond of Lord and Retainer, you will pledge your life in my service.
As you command.
I mean, I don't have really much of anything else going on right now, so I guess I can. Kusabimaru, a katana given by Kuru, the Divine Heir, an heirloom of the Hirata family, a cadet branch descended from Ashina. Once thought lost, it has found its way back into the hands of the wolf. The name Kusabimaru beseeches. A shinobi's role is to kill, but even a shinobi must not forget mercy. A mantra the blade itself may manifest. What does that even mean in gameplay terms? Also interesting that, like, the lore descriptions, they don't necessarily focus just on the past, but also the present. Like, you look at previous Souls games, they always talk about what that weapon meant a long time ago. And here we have what that weapon means now in the current plot.
Loyal Wolf, I see you are wounded. I have something that may help. It is a special gourd of medicinal waters. Use it to heal your wounds.
Healing gourd. A gourd filled with vitality-restoring medicine. Resting refills the gourd. So basically the Estus of our times. made by an apprentice of the extraordinary Dr. Dogan. Though it is strange that the gourd's medicinal waters refill automatically, the seeds within may hold the secret to how it works.
My lord.
Now then, were you gravely injured? Afterward?
After what?
Do you not remember that night?
That night.
I do not.
No. We'll talk about it later. Right now, we must escape Ashina Castle.
As you say.
There's a secret passage beneath the moat bridge that will take us out of the castle. Lord Ishin told me about it once. I ask you to find that secret passage. Once you find it, signal me with a reed whistle. You know, like you used to long ago. I will join you as soon as I hear it.
Do you remember what happened that night? That night the snow turned to rain. Bonus points if you know what that's from. Alright, let us equip the healing gourd and use the healing gourd. It did not heal us completely. Ah, take that, books! Pellets. Medicinal pellets that slowly restore vitality. A secret treatment passed down for generations in these lands. Records say it has been used in battles since times long gone, and lent to the famed resilience of Ashina warriors. A pill case full of these pellets would also serve as a battle charm. Oh, is this a homeward bone? Just described as an idol? A small palm-sized wooden Buddha can be used repeatedly. Held by the wolf ever since he was saved by his father. Oh, used repeatedly, though. Its corners are rounded with use. This Buddha is used to return home. It will return the user to the last visited sculptor's idol or dilapidated temple. Okay, just looking over here, we have skill points. We have no attack power. All right.
There's a secret passage beneath the moat. Find the secret passage. When you've
Okay.
reached, I'll come as...
Yep. Secret passage. Inishin. A shinobi aims to break an opponent's posture. Attacking an enemy is one way to achieve this. When an enemy posture breaks, he is vulnerable to a shinobi death blow. Hello. I see you there. But alas, this kind of fortune is probably not going to stick with me terribly long, especially the farther we get into the game. I might have to do other things to break posture. Hello. Sometimes relentless attack is not enough to break an enemy's posture. Deflecting enemy attacks is another way to damage their posture. A master shinobi uses a combination of deflect and attacks to achieve swift victory. He didn't make it. By locking onto your target and keeping your enemy in front of you, you'll find it much easier to attack, deflect, and perform other combat actions. Also, something to note is that this is probably the first of the Souls games that has so prominent tutorials. Like, even you go all the way back to, like with Demon Souls, Dark Souls to Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, they all have messages on the ground, and you choose to read the messages, or you don't choose to read the messages. Whereas this one is just... bam! Lock on. Here's how you do it. Pause the game. We need to teach you how to lock on to your enemy. All right, I'll fight you. Oh, you left your friend behind to be horribly murdered. Oh, hello. How are you? Were you the one who said I was a coward not worth dealing with? I just wanted to check. Because maybe you screwed that one up. All right. Definitely a very specific rhythm that is unique to itself. And it definitely doesn't necessarily make itself feel like previous Souls games. Even if a lot of the elements, leader Shigenori Yamauchi Counter Slash can be performed immediately after deflecting an attack. This allows you to deal posture damage without giving the enemy time to recover. Ah. But alas, he dies twice. Some powerful opponents require multiple death blows to kill. The number of death blows required to kill an enemy is shown by the red circular markers above their vitality bars. Each death blow removes one marker. Ah. Yeah, it is definitely a very specific rhythm. I know what these are. You don't need to inform me what these are again, but it is interesting that you are pausing the game. Fistful of ash. Ash gripped into a hardened clump. Throw it at an enemy to temporarily distract them. In Ashina, the snow falls thick, and thus the hearth runs thick with ash. Does not open from this side. I don't think there's anything down here, but I'll take a look nonetheless. We're still in tutorial area, so there's probably not too many secrets lingering around. Oh.
You know that secret passage at the bottom of the moat? We just got orders to guard it.
Security's getting tight. War will be upon us very soon.
Also, what is that guy? I fought him. He's weird looking. What is he supposed to be? All right. Medicinal pellet. Well, we've already picked one of you guys up. We are aware of what you are. Yeah, this is where I got lost. Because, like, you can do stuff here. You don't have to. Like, you can drop down here. There are some lizards to fight for some reason. But this is progress. Progress is here. Like, there's just stuff you could do there for reasons? This appears to be the escape route. Call the divine air with the reed whistle? Yes. And then everything was okay. We escaped. No big problem. The divine air should have probably had some shoes.
Wolf, you found it. Now let us leave this place.
Yes, my lord.
Like, divine air, have you not
This
seen
is the
Die
only
Hard?
way. To run from the fated bloodline is the only answer. Where shall we go once we're away from the castle? I suppose the first thing we should do is cross the Ashina border. Or perhaps we should hide somewhere. What do you think?
Whatever you desire,
Whatever
I have
desire?
no thoughts.
That's the wolf I know.
my lord.
Oh, nothing. I was just reminiscing. Onward then.
I have no opinions or thoughts at all. I am just a sword. Which may or may not be accurate to the idea of the shinobi.
The divine air. Last we stood together was your uncle's funeral.
Lord Genichiro.
The one imprisoning the divine air.
Thank you.
Leave this to me.
Spoiler, it doesn't work out.
So the noble shinobi stands in our way.
But, you know, that's probably what's to be expected from first boss fights of any of these storylines. Sir, do you really need that many sword strikes? And thusly, the end of the tutorial.
Is that all the shinobi has to offer? The divine air will be coming with me.
Also, at what point did the divine air get knocked unconscious? Was it by the crone over there, the masked fella. Alas, the deck was stacked against us all along.
What is this?
So you're awake. Looks like death is not your fate. Just yet.
Shinobi prosthetic. The artificial arm of a shinobi, passed down by the sculptor. A replica of a human arm fitted with a variety of mechanisms apparently designed with modification in mind, while it bears a number of cuts and is stained thick with blood and oil. It has been impeccably maintained. Does this present the idea that this arm is used? That it's been handed down from one shinobi to the next? Yeah, passed down by the sculptor. Not necessarily created by the sculptor.
What do you call yourself? Your eyes. The eyes of a wolf who has failed in his duties. Or so it seems to me.
That is not your concern.
Spoken like a true shinobi. I must carve the Buddha. You do what you will.
How did I get here?
Why am I here?
All I did was drag you here. Didn't even know if I was dragging a corpse. Couldn't let you get eaten by a pack of wild dogs.
How long was I asleep?
Some time has passed since I found you.
I see.
However,
It is
your
now the
master
21st
yet
century.
lives.
People drive cars
He's being
now.
held prisoner in Ashina Castle. They will soon make use of his bloodline. Looking at you, I'm sure you appreciate the value it has.
Tell me about my new left arm.
My left arm. What did you do to me?
That is what I call the shinobi prosthetic. A fitting fang for a one-armed wolf. Useless when it comes to carving Buddha, though. You can have it.
Shinobi prosthetic.
It is no mere replacement for your lost arm. Come to me if you find any
Hold on.
shinobi tools.
I think it
Shinobi
is the
tools.
sculptor's former left arm.
I see. For this device.
Like the sculptor had made it for
If
himself.
you bring me shinobi tools, I'll find a way to fit them to the shinobi prosthetic. Then you'll come to appreciate its worth. I've said too much. Go now.
Well, also you get to use it as a grappling hook, so that's pretty badass. Ask about the divine heir's blood.
What did you mean when you said they'll make use of his bloodline?
I don't know much about him, except the dragon's heritage. There's a special kind of blood by that name, and that blood runs through your master's veins.
So the divine heir.
Someone's after him. Might be that the strange things happening to your body have something to do with that. You're quite the strange one, yet other peculiar visitors have come to this temple. There's one in the clearing to the right of the gate leading off the temple grounds. Two strangers in strange circumstances. You two might get along.
All right.
You see the kind-faced Buddha there? That isn't one of mine. It was carved by the true sculptor. When a man must confront what is inside of him, it can probably be of help.
Confront what is inside him.
Anger, sadness, or perhaps old memories of times long gone. That kind of thing.
Right. Also, now we have remnants all over the place. It's interesting how many people still play the game. I wonder if, like, I know this game is playable on the Series S and X. I'm currently playing it on the Xbox One because that is the system I own it for, physically. And I have the Series S. My bad. So I wonder if it's forwards compatible with remnants from people with the Series S and X. Why did you make a 30-second remnant? What does that even mean? Ah, yes, you just stood there for a very long time. You adjusted yourself? Good, good. Okay, I'm moving on. Ah, I have to remember that these purple lights are remnants and not items to pick up. A light coin purse, a purse filled with a small amount of sen. It can be used to acquire the sen inside. Has a somewhat satisfying weight to it. The sen in this purse is not lost upon death. So, the question I have is there a reason why they chose that as the monetary system? Like, this game takes place in Japan. I don't know when the yen was adopted. Yes, yes. Shinobi can leave behind shadows of their past actions. Remnants are left to discipline one's peers. Some are masters of the way ahead, others provoking sporting rivalries. Okay, let's worry about this way a little later. Another thing is there's Sen's Fortress, as seen in Dark Souls 1. And then my dad's name is Sen. Sculptor's idols serve as a checkpoint and can be found throughout Ashina. Resting at a sculptor's idol will completely replenish vitality and restore 1 use of resurrection. Additionally, quick items and spirit emblems in storage will be added to your current inventory. With some exceptions, resting will also revive defeated enemies. Huh. But I don't have another resurrection. Items that become unavailable elsewhere end up in the offering box. When the box is illuminated, it means an item has found its way inside. Items can be obtained by inspecting the box and offering money.
Never seen you before. Your name? Won't tell me. But you do have the look of a skilled shinobi. A shinobi. Or perhaps... Sir, please heed my humble request. Face me in battle.
Oh, hello.
Damn. Still alive.
Yeah, that's awful.
That swordsmanship. It was a thing to behold. Few have managed to kill me in such a thorough manner. What are you? Some call it undying. Others, infested. I can't die, so I just am. How about you? What brings you to a rundown temple like this? Seems you have a lot on your mind. Say, why don't you use me for some sword practice? Might come in handy for whatever your mission is. A warm body that can't die might prove useful to you. I volunteer mine. Well?
Very well.
Right then. Let's go. They say swinging one sword is a cure for boredom.
Deflection, step dodge. I already know how to do that.
You noticed this temple attracts those with nowhere else to go. I certainly fit that description.
A very Firelink shrine.
I suppose that's why
sort of
interesting
temple.
Things make their way into the offering box from time to time. Come back whenever you like. If you have techniques to try out, I'm at your disposal.
All right. Let us also switch from the healing pellets to the gourd, because the gourd does refill itself. Sealed from the other side. Interesting. I figured that wasn't necessarily the path forward, but I'd take a look. Sure, why not? 5 seconds. The Shinobi's prosthetic grappling hook allows access to normally unreachable places and a chance to take the high ground. Nearby grapple points are designated with a circular symbol. When this symbol turns green, the grapple point is within reach. I like the flexing of the tree branch as it gets pulled down. Very nice touch. Ashina outskirts. Definitely a much more minimalistic HUD than previous Souls games. Ah, and then there's another sculptor's idol. You can now instantly travel between sculptor's idols that have already been communed with. Travel can be accessed via the sculptor's idol travel menu. Okay. Seems good. Definitely a lot more verticality because of the grappling hook and the double jump. Right from the beginning. Ungo's Sugar. Sugar candy made in Senpou Temple, sustaining Ungo's blessing. Temporarily reduces vitality damage taken from physical attacks. Bite the candy and take the Ungo stance to impart its inhuman benediction. By doing so, you endure the excess karma of a man from the spirits within. Senpou Mong spread this candy across Ashina in honor of her military heroes. I know, I'll go to you. Ah. Enemies drop loot, such as items and money. Multiple enemies can be looted at once and from some distance away. Items found in the world are different than loot, in that they must be approach to be picked up. Press and hold to acquire loot. Press near world item to pick up. I don't know. Why weren't they able to just make it, like you run by golds and you pick it up? Hello. Ceramic shard, a piece of pottery that breaks with a satisfying crack when thrown. Throw it at an enemy to draw their attention. Throwing and smashing such pieces made for a popular sport amongst Ashina boys. Even after growing up, they remember the old games well. Alright, but first let's backtrack, see if we missed anything. Pick up some money, some cash. Oh, hello. Maybe we can sneak around him? I mean, we're still gonna fight him. That is without a doubt. But for some reason, I have this desire to be sneaky. And also look if there's anything on top of this roof. In which case, there seems like there is nothing. I also kind of wonder how much fall damage. There is in this game. You know, good enough. Some more sugar candies. Sugar candy is very well known as being a thing that makes you stronger, live longer. Yeah, these are things. Sugar candies are people are well aware of the medicinal properties. Of these candies. Oh, hello. Wow. Yeah, I forgot that animals just kind of like they're upset with you. Like in the tutorial area, you can fight like these lizards for some reason. Oh. shuriken wheel, a mechanical device made by the mechanical genius Dogen, can be fit into the shinobi prosthetic to become a working prosthetic tool. While it is palm-sized, a surprising number of shuriken can fit into the shuriken wheel, as the edges were designed for stacking. A fine example of what can be achieved when one matches mechanical finesse with a shinobi's talent. Well, yeah, shinobi tools cannot be used on their own. By giving them to the sculptor, they can be fitted to the shinobi prosthetic. You can quickly return the sculptor via travel from a sculptor's idol or by using the homeward idol, which has an infinite amount of uses. All right, let's go back to the dilapidated temple. And fit these ninja stars as appropriate. Vendors who are in graveyards or in previous places you fought?
I found one.
A shinobi tool?
Yes.
I said before that your prosthetic arm was a fang, but by fitting shinobi tools to your arm, you'll be able to change the form of that fang. Thick shields, break them into splinters. Swift foes, bring them down from afar. Fitting more devices means more ways to slay your enemies. If there's someone that needs killing, there's a proper way to kill them. That's all there is to it.
Seems you know this prosthetic very well.
I should calm myself. The more I speak of bloodshed, the more demonic my sculptures will become.
So maybe the sculptor used to be a shinobi
for you.
And gave up that life for sculpting. That's why he no longer wears the arm. Regular shinobi tools found in the world can be specially adapted to the shinobi prosthetic via the Fit Prosthetic Tools menu. Loaded shuriken. Costs spirit emblems to use. Pull a shuriken loaded into the wheel and launch it at a target in a single flowing motion. The swiftly thrown shuriken damages enemy vitality and posture, particularly against those with a tendency to take to the air.
Yes, right. That kind-faced Buddha you see over there. Don't do anything funny with it.
Let's see, open equipment menu, use prosthetic tool, switch prosthetic tool. Prosthetic tool equipment slots have been unlocked. There are 3 slots available to equip and switch out prosthetic tools as needed. I only have the one. There we go. Spirit emblems are required to activate prosthetic tools and are consumed each time these abilities are used. Spirit emblems can be obtained from defeated enemies in the world and purchased from sculptors' idols. If you pass near them, they will find their way to you. All right. Now, I'm not going to worry about purchasing any spirit emblems just yet. We're too early on in the game. Everything is relatively straightforward and simple. I feel like you can leap further by jumping mid-sprint. Yeah, that makes sense. Clearly not like that, though. I'm sure nobody notices the tree branch flexing above. Oh, hello. Rooster. Oh. Are you a tougher bad guy? I see you. Some enemies use unguardable, perilous attacks signified with a danger symbol. When these occur, watch carefully and look to perform a specific response. Albius thrust lands to deflect. A before sweep lands. Jump for grabs, jump or sprint out of their range. Or step dodge. Great. I think that was a sweep. Ah. Nope. Yep. Yeah, that was bound to happen sooner or later.
Take my blood and live again.
I'm still getting used to the basic, like, deflect. Alright, sure, yeah, why not? To stay down after being knocked to the ground surely means death. Safety roll can be used to quickly recover from being knocked down or posture broken. When posture broken or knocked down, safety roll. The Divine Heir's blood grants the ability to return from the dead using resurrective power. One charge is always restored by resting at a sculptor's idol. Killing enemies restores additional charges. Resurrection becomes unusable immediately after using it, but killing enemies will make it available again. I was not expecting... the range of his attack. Yeah, that's the thing I was thinking about, like what makes Sekiro a more difficult game than, say, your Dark Souls or even your Bloodborne, is like Sekiro presents the player with one specific means of playing. Experience towards the next skill point and current sen in hand are halved upon death. Everything lost is gone for good. There are no known means to escape this loss. However, through the grace of the gods or Buddha, it may not be impossible. What does that mean? I just like the fact that I forgot that that's a danger attack. There we go, finally. Oh, you can just barrel right through my attack. Great. Oh, that's fine. I guess I'll just come back. Ah. A little bit of a waste of medicinal pellet. Yeah, this does not bode well for the rest of the playthrough. If the first major villain requires many tries, but I have heard this game is more difficult. Come on. Nope. Oh my gosh, I forgot what button I was supposed to be pressing. Also, we are fighting a little bit perilously on this cliffside. Yeah. Alright. Loose prayer bead, offering 4 of them at a sculptor's idol will increase maximum vitality and posture. I currently have 1 bead. Gourd seed, seed from which healing waters continuously spring forth. Give to Emma to increase the maximum uses of healing gourd. Who is Emma? The twisted gourd of medicinal waters was known throughout Ashina since long ago, but it was the extraordinary healer Dogen and his pupil Emma who discovered the self-replenishing nature of this seed. All right. That was a struggle. Let's see if... Let's see if this Emma is back there. And unfortunately, I lost a lot of skill points due to the multiple deaths. Enhanced physical attributes option has been locked in the sculptor's item. Here you can spend 4 prayer beads to create a prayer necklace, which will permanently increase your maximum vitality and posture. Yeah. Let's check the base. Maybe this Emma person has shown up because I've picked up an item that references her. Oh, hello.
You truly returned from the dead. The power of the dragon's blood I never thought I'd see it with my own eyes.
Who are you?
My name is Emma. I am a doctor serving a certain master.
What master?
Forgive me, but for his safety, I cannot reveal his identity. However, my master gave explicit orders to assist you in any way I can. I'm not telling you to trust me. However, I must fulfill my master's orders. The gourd of medicinal water you possess, that was originally a creation of mine. I am a doctor, and I will assist you in that capacity.
You made this gourd?
Yes. It was intended for Lord Kuro, but it seems he entrusted it to you. I'm sure you may have noticed, but the medicinal waters in this gourd spring forth on their own. Even after being emptied, you will find it full again after a short rest.
Yes. Is there a way to improve it?
Bring me gourd seeds.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome.
Yes.
But can it be better?
Medicinal waters flow from gourd seeds. Adding new seeds will increase the volume of these medicinal waters. If you find any, bring them to me.
All right. Is this a gourd seed?
Yes. Bring it here. Plant the seed into the gourd. Perfect. Now the volume of medicinal waters in your gourd will increase.
Such a strange medicine.
Is it strange? I don't take any offense to that. If it's effective, then that's cause for celebration, whether it's strange or not. That's what my mentor Dogen taught me.
What a strange medicine.
Please bring me any other gourd seeds you find. I should be able to further increase the volume of the medicinal water.
Says the one-armed shinobi who has a grappling hook arm and can come back from the dead because of his blood.
I'd like to make a request.
What is it?
Please show me your face.
What?
This white mark, is it a birthmark?
No.
Then that must mean it appears on those who have received the dragon's heritage. Or perhaps it's a symptom.
Are you done?
Yes, that will be all. I'm sorry. That was rather rude of me. So, it's not a birthmark. Then, that must mean it appears on those who have received the dragon's heritage. Or perhaps...
Okay.
Goodbye.
So long. I feel like I might actually have to do a little bit of grinding, largely because if I'm just going to find my my monies and my experience points cut in half upon death and have to deal with bosses who are undoubtedly going to be stronger than this last one, then I'll want to gain whatever levels? It's hard to tell if this game has any. Like, there's skill points to be acquired. Okay, but this guy is gone for good. Hello. Did you see me over there? Oh. You have a bow over there. You know? gun. Oh, do I now have the ability to die, like, die twice, I guess. Prior, I was only able to die once. Ah. You know, I was never particularly good at parrying in a Souls game, so having an entire game kind of dedicated to it, like, this is going to be very tough. All right, let's try to get rid of these guys. And then maybe we'll step back and rest again. Oh, but I'm full on the spirit emblems, so there's that. The gourd doesn't really fill up that much of your health, or at least as much as I would like it to fill. And also, I admit, I sometimes get a little bit confused by the fact that you don't technically have a double jump. You have a wall jump that you use relatively often. I did not rest at the sculptor's idol. I sat down at the sculptor's idol. That is going to confuse me for a little bit, considering the fact that sitting down at a bonfire in any previous Souls game meant you were resting at the bonfire. There was no in-between. 1 second. All right, I think I'm going to do one last thing tonight, and that is to gain enough skill points to level up, so that we can see what that is, because I don't know what happens when you level up in this game. Okay, a little noisy, but that's all right. Like he's the only other shooter out there.
I know.
I don't even know what just... Oh! I have no idea what the hell just happened. Although I appreciate the fact that this game doesn't just say, oh, you fell down a pit, you died. Maybe they realize... Oh. Hello? Big fella? Should probably stealth you. Who can we get rid of? Probably you. Yeah, probably you very easily. And then, you know, might as well just grab this guy while we're here. Alright. Now we can return to the sculptor's idol. And see what happens. What do we do with skill points? Am I thinking about this too early? Should I actually be just proceeding with the game and then eventually unlock... Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Alright, let's go talk to the sculptor. Maybe that's going to unlock it. I feel like everything I'm reading online is assuming that everything has been unlocked. And it's like, oh, you can spend these skill points at any... at any idol, and I'm like, no, I can't.
Seems to me your battle sense has returned. You're more like a shinobi than before, if only a little. Take this.
Yeah. Shinobi Esoteric Text, a book of secrets that detail a variety of techniques employed by shinobi. It grants the ability to learn shinobi-style skills. Within this text are the innermost secrets of the shinobi arts, such as attacks performed in the air and hiding one's body to avoid detection. Such moves can never be practiced by samurai.
What is it? Shinobi techniques. Recorded within are fighting techniques that cannot be performed by samurai. Whether you make use of them or not is up to you. Shinobi aren't the only ones with their own fighting techniques.
Owning an esoteric text of combat style will allow its skills to be acquired in the sculptor's idol skill menu. Each enemy defeated provides skill experience. Skill points are acquired once enough experience is gained, which can be spent to unlock skills. Some skills can be learned by obtaining items or defeating enemies. Okay, I get the impression that you don't level up in this game. The Acquire Skills menu has been unlocked in the Sculptor's menu. Now, new skills can be learned by spending skill points in this menu. New skills can be acquired by spending skill points in this skill menu. New combat styles can be learned through obtaining esoteric text for each style. There are 3 types of skill: combat arts, shinobi martial arts, and latent skills. Combat arts must be equipped to use, but shinobi martial arts and latent skills are always in effect upon being acquired. I might go for the Mikiri counter next. Like, any way that I can have a better counterattack is always seems nice. And also, more spirit emblems isn't that interesting. And how long am I going to guard against deflect enemies in midair? Maybe a lot? Combat arts must be equipped to be used. Only one combat art can be equipped at a time. Is there any... There doesn't seem to be any limitation to using that. Alright, let's go fight one of the beginner enemies. See how it bodes. I've already done this, but thank you. Plunging Death Blow is now tutorialized here. Hello. Alright, there's a little bit of a pause. When using that particular skill. Ah. So bullets can be deflected. Ah. All right. Hello. Are you unhappy to see me? I don't know. It's not particularly great. It leaves you pretty open at the beginning, so you'll definitely need to make sure that you're using it at the right time. I'm trying to double jump against this wall. Thank you. Alright, I think I'm going to stop here for the night. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.
Oh.